What's up, you guys? It's Yasmin here, your favorite girl. Hope that you're all doing super well. I'm finally back from a week of sickness because I was sick, you guys. I don't know what the fuck happened to me. Anyways, I'm at the park just like to recharge myself. Look at these beautiful trees around me, like they're beautiful. So I don't want to hold my phone like this because I'm tired. Just been to school. I've had like 3 tests. I had a history oral test, and then during the first 3 hours of the morning I had to write, I don't know how you say it in English, it's like I think in Italian, it was like a composition, or like a very deep composition that I'm going to be asked to do during my last exam to get my fucking degree, inshallah. So and then history test, and the French one, which was a comprehension. So you see, guys, when I do, like, I'm having tests and I'm like returning from school, I feel super let's say tired, because it's like I gotta work my brain, so it's like it's not something simple, so I really need to focus and be like, okay, I need to do this, you know what I mean? So basically what happened was that I was just like walking in the park and be like, I need to recharge my energy, every single day when I go back from school, when it's not raining. Maybe I'm just like going to do that even when it's raining, anyways, every day when I go back from I return from school, I like to go to the park and like put my hands on a tree. I saw this thing from Liz, because she said that nature is really like recharging source, and I seriously like started to notice this thing, because it was like every single time that I recharge my energy, like from a tree, whether it's like from a tree or like when I observe grass, I really realized that there are like true beings. So it's like they're not like they're true serious beings, so it's like they're real, like they're beings. And in fact, I was like observing this tree, and I was like, but this tree has energy, this tree has been here for like, I don't know, a lot of years. And it's like I asked him to like purify my energy, whatever, because I was seriously realizing that everything changes when you change your perspective. Like, really, everything changes when you change your fucking perception. Sorry, not perspective. When you change your perception, things change as well. So it's like, just because you've been in a certain way for a lot of years, because maybe you were insecure, maybe people told you to be in a certain way, that doesn't fucking mean that you gotta stay that way, okay? Because it's like, every single day, alhamdulillah, I'm always opening my eyes. Oh my gosh, how did I'm always opening my eyes more and more, and I'm realizing that basically there are a lot of aspects of life that I did not know, a lot of things, okay, a lot of other, like, how can you say, other mindsets that you can assume, okay? It's not that just because you were taught to be in a certain way, like you used to be in a certain way for a lot of time of your life, that does not mean that you gotta say like that. That doesn't mean that you gotta say like that, because seriously, every single day, it's like you're a fucking robot, okay? Every single day, you tend to have the same thoughts that you used to have a year ago, or like for a lot of time, just because you haven't found the courage yet to change those fucking thoughts. And how you can change it? How can you change those fucking thoughts? You change them by listening to the voice that God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, gives you in your head. Because it's like, when you're like trying to change and become a new person, like the best version of yourself, you're like, okay, wait a moment. If I get a voice in my head that says like, do it, then fucking do it, bitch. Don't be stopped by fear, because that's a voice that comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is trying to say like, okay, you want to change, like, go do this. You're going to feel so scared, baby, like so super scared, but it's a positive thing, because it represents, like, it shows that you're having courage. And it's like, not a lot of people do it. not a lot of people have the courage to do that thing that you're about to do, or like not a lot of people in general just like have the balls to become the best version of themselves and be like, okay, wait a second, I've been in a certain way for a long time, and I am trying to do this thing, which is a thing that, you know, is outside of my comfort zone, something that I've never done in my entire life, whatever, and I'm so scared to do it. You know, it's okay to feel fear, it's okay to feel scared, but you gotta do that shit in the end, because one, it shows that you're courageous. Okay, it shows that you have the balls, and once you're like assuming that fucking you have it, that you've just assumed, you realize that there's a life in front of you, that there's like different aspects that you did not know they were there, because you were so closed-minded, and you were like in your comfort zone. So because of this thing, you're limiting yourself because you're so afraid. You just like keep yourself in your comfort zone, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to do that. But babe, you know what happens is that when you go out of that shield, you're like, oh my gosh, but there's an entire world, you know, outside of my shield, you know. So thanks to this thing, you can also mature and be like, realize which are the things that you want to assume in your life, you know, which are the different aspects that you want in your life, because you explore the world. Like, you know, by going out of your comfort zone, you explore new things. Okay, you explore them. How can you explore things if you don't want to go out of your comfort zone? How can you know you want to play a new sport if you don't try it? How can you? And then, like, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose if you go and do that thing? What do you have to lose? Maybe people will laugh at you because they're insecure. Maybe people will laugh at you, but in the end, you always gain a fucking experience. Always. You always gain a fucking experience. Remember that. Never, you're never going to waste time, energy, never. Because if it's something that you're doing for your self-development journey, babe, you're never going to lose. Never going to lose. You're just going to improve, level up into your best self. Whether, I don't know, it's something that makes you feel incredibly scared, whether it's something that, you know, you don't feel comfortable to do it. Your voice says, okay, this is a thing that the best version of myself would do. You do it. I know, baby, you're going to feel so scared. You do it. They're going to laugh at you. You do it. You're going to feel embarrassed. You do it. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. You do it until you don't fucking feel scared anymore. You know, you want an example? Me, a year ago, I was like, I see myself as a very outgoing person. Okay, I don't want to like overthink for like go and talk to a stranger. I don't want to feel that shit. I started a year ago. I was like, okay, let me talk to a stranger first. And I was like, at first I was like, oh my gosh, what is this cringe thing? You know, why am I feeling so cringe? You know, did it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Year, I did a whole year, and now I'm like, okay, I don't really give a shit anymore, because I'm like, I've assumed a new habit, which is a habit of my best self, like, you know, not giving a shit, go ahead and talk to people. So now I am like, you know, I have assumed an aspect from my best self, alhamdulillah. So it's like, but I've worked my ass off. I went, like, I didn't stop myself when I saw the first obstacle, which was fear, cringeness, whatever. No, I was like, I'm gonna do it. Okay. And actually another thing, like, you know, I wanted to talk about these things. You know, people always ask me, you know, even at school, whatever, how can you be so outgoing, not overthink, you know, how can you be so confident, whatever. And I'm like, I am confident and I am like outgoing, not just because, you know, I said I am confident, I'm outgoing. It's like, I seriously, I I've acted. It's not that you just simply affirm. It's not that you simply say, okay, I am confident, I am confident, I am confident. No, bitch, you gotta do that thing. You gotta do that uncomfortable thing. Like, you know, gotta repeat and at the same time act. That is the perfect combination. Affirmations and action. It's not that you say you're going to do something. It's not that you say you are something and then you don't respect the thing that you said you are, basically. It's not that I say I'm confident and then when I go like in front of a stranger, I'm like, that I want to talk to, okay? No. It's like, you respect what you say you are. I'm confident. Go ahead, sing in front of everyone. Go ahead and do. Go ahead and dance. Not overthinking means like, you know, you don't really give a shit anymore. And it's like you do it because you feel like you want to. Okay, so it's not something that you keep overthinking. You gotta act as your best self, baby. And it's, you know, even sometimes, even now, I get triggered sometimes because it's something that I'm trying to release. My past self, it's like something that I'm trying to release, okay, from me. It's not going easy, you know. It's been just a year, maybe, you know, in 5 years I'm not even going to think about it, but it's like at least I'm trying and at least I'm like half on the way, you know. Another thing is like, baby, the psychology behind stupid people. How could you, like, you know, keep on worrying about those stupid motherfuckers? Like, why are you wasting your energy on those people? Like, you know, the psychology of people, okay, the psychology of insecure people, sorry. So, you know, it can happen that a lot of times you see a person that is showing off, or you see someone that is like getting a lot of attention and you don't understand why. So you kind of like give your attention to that person as well, okay? But that person doesn't really deserve your attention, because it can be that the people who give attention to that person are stupid people or insecure people who don't match the energy with you, okay? So it's like when you're like let's say you don't understand why everyone is doing that thing and you feel like you're different, okay? When you feel like you're different, you don't have to feel guilty about it. You have to feel special about it, because it's like, okay, I'm not a sheep. I'm not a sheep that's following what everyone else is doing. So when you see a certain person, you're like, but why are those people giving their energy to you? Like, you don't give the energy to that person, to that situation, if you don't feel like it. Like, just understand that you're not a fucking sheep. Think with your own head, just because, like, you know, even more specifically in people, you know, of my age, I see that a lot. Like, they don't have personalities. They always like follow what the other person says. They don't have self-respect, you know. They don't have anything of that shit, okay? And I get it from a part, because it's like, you know, self-sabotaging, whatever. But it's like sometimes it's just because they're generally stupid. Like, genuinely stupid. Not insulting, like, they're genuinely stupid. So it's like they don't understand you, okay? So like, some kinds of people, you gotta understand that you don't even have to worry about how to respond to these people, because they wouldn't understand you. You're like here and they're here. So it's like you're talking another language in front of them, a foreign language that they don't know how to speak, you know. So just the psychology behind insecure people is acting like, thinking that being confident is being mean. So it's like, whether they see someone who's trying, they laugh at that person. Whether they see that there's like I don't know, there's like a person, yeah, who is trying, whatever, they laugh at that person. They talk shit behind the back of that person. They don't even say things in front of your face because they're like pussies, whatever. So it's like, it's cool, it's okay to talk shit about a person when it's not there, but it's like, you know, when a person says, okay, let me just, what is the problem, you know, what is the problem, and you know, they cannot even like say what's the problem, whatever. So it's like, it's a deep thing, because it's like, why, like, they're insecure. Like, these people are insecure. Stop giving your energy to stupid and insecure people, because the psychology behind insecure people is characterized by these things that I'm about to say, okay? So it's like lack of confidence, so that is why they always show off. Insecure people always try to show off, always try to be loud. Like, you know, insecure people are loud. Confident people are silent. They don't need to show off because they already know their value. While insecure people always need to show off and say, like, I did this. Let me just, I want everyone to hear me, you know, because they're insecure. So, like, they need approval from other people. They need other people to confirm what they think, okay? While it's a very confident being, it's like, I don't give a shit whether you accept my opinion or not. That's my opinion per, but it's like, and also like very insecure people feel threatened by you even though you didn't really do anything, because it's like, with insecure people, it could be that you didn't even say a person's name, or like you're not even talking about that person of that person, but that person automatically, because it is insecure, feels triggered while you're talking about a specific topic. So they feel accused, okay, and they try to attack you, whilst you've just expressed your opinion, but in that opinion is contained the trigger of that person. So it's like that person feels triggered by the things that you said to them. None of the things that you said to them, about the things that you're saying in general, but they feel triggered because that is how they feel about themselves. That is how they feel about themselves. They feel exactly the way you've described it. You've described. So it's like, you feel like, you talk about something, a topic, whatever. You don't even specify about whom you're talking about, whatever. But it's like, they attack you because they attack you because why? Because they generally feel triggered by you, because you trigger them by the things that you're saying, because they exactly feel the way that you've described, okay? They exactly feel the way that you've described. So that's why they're trying to attack you, trying to make you feel like you're the bad guy, whatever. But in reality, how people treat others is just a reflection of themselves. So this is a thing that I've learned basically this year, actually, because a year ago I thought that just in general I was a problem, because people wanted to make me feel guilty about my choices, wanting me to feel, whatever, guilty about everything. I always needed to justify myself to people. I was a people pleaser basically, and this year I've realized that how others treat me is a reflection of themselves. So it's like, I don't need to feel guilty about the things that I do, because the way that you're trying to treat me is a reflection of yourself. You're trying to stop me because what I'm saying is what you feel about yourself. So you're feeling threatened, and you don't want me to make you feel that way because you're very insecure. Or another way, it's I don't know, people are jealous of you in general, of your beauty, of your passions, of the incredible things that you're able to do, the multiple incredible things that you can do, and they always find a new way to dim your light, whether it's through evil eye. Guys, this last week I seriously I got sick, and it's normal to get sick and stuff, but sometimes it's just not about the sickness. Sometimes it's about just you feeling incredibly hated with no reason, and you're like, well, I'm sorry that you hate me, love, but it's not my problem. It's not on me, it's on you, So you guys always need to ask for protection, because evil eye is real. And yeah, watch my video about evil eye. Here's the link. Here, I don't know. And anyways, then they will always try to dim your light, baby, whether it's with comments, making jokes about you, even when you're there. These people are just generally insecure. So when I read once, a quote that said the people who try to tear you down are already below you, because they're already down. They see that you're going up, and they try to tear you down because they are already down, and they try to put you in the same place as them. But don't let these people do it. Let them talk shit behind your back. Let them, make jokes. I don't give a shit, because one day they're going to ask autographs of you. They're going to say, oh my gosh, do you remember me? We used to go to the same school. Oh my gosh, do you remember me? We used to do the same job. Oh my gosh, do you remember me? We used to, go to singing classes together. It's always going to be like this. But just in general, don't let people, insecure people more specifically, to tear you down, because they're insecure, generally insecure. They're just reflecting their own insecurities on you, baby. You're not their insecurities. It's not your responsibility to heal these people because they're sick. They gotta go on their own journey. It's not your responsibility. Don't be a people pleaser and be like, okay, but maybe I need to fix this person. No, bitch. No. It's on that person to heal on their own. You do your journey. You let them. Don't give a shit. Of course, if like they insult you, you watch my video here. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video because, you know, I see a lot of youngsters, you know, of my age being insecure. But even, you know, myself just a year ago, I was, oh my goodness, there's a oh my goodness, bitch went away. Yeah, she went away. Anyways, as I was saying to you before, don't be influenced by these people because they see a beautiful shining star and they're like, okay, let me just dim her light because she's shining too much. I need to be always on the center, you know, in the center of everything. So it's like, I feel triggered by this girl, so I'm always trying to dim her light in every way, whether it's like about making jokes with her, making jokes about her, whether it's with everything. They always try to tear you down. But your power stands in the energy that you decide to give to these people. You try to be teared down by these people, your choice. You try not to give a shit, your choice, baby. Maybe it's the second one, because it's like realizing that you're not how others try to make you feel. If others try to make you feel in a certain way, it's because they're feeling in that certain way, okay? So yeah, just realize that you don't have to feel teared down by these people, and just be confident, baby. Just be confident, because confidence is everything. Confidence is really everything. So it's like you don't have to feel insecure by these people. Really, you're up here, they're down here. So you understand it? I hope that this video was helpful, you guys. I love you so much, especially for my young teenagers out there. Be secure, bitch. Don't let those motherfuckers tear you down. Always slang, you're here, they're here. Her bitch. Remember, insecure people always try to see others down. Confident people hype others who are trying. You know, say, oh my gosh, but she's trying. Go. Do it, you know, while insecure people are like, oh my gosh, but did you see what she did? Oh my gosh, you know, because they would have been the first ones not to dare to do that thing. So that is why they're tearing that person down. Again, a reflection of their own character, of their own behavior on other people. They said they saw a girl, I don't know, who was like trying to go outside of her comfort zone and like sing in front of a crowd. Let's say they start to boo her, like they start to laugh at her, whatever. Why? Because they would have felt the same way. Like if they would have done so, they would have felt so insecure. So it's like, that is why they're trying to do that. They're booing at that girl, they're making her feel insecure, because that is exactly what they would have felt if they would have done so. If they would have like put themselves out, you know, in front of a crowd, they would have felt so insecure. So that's why they're trying to project their insecurities on that girl, trying to boo her, you know, when she starts to sing, whatever. So you guys, yeah, never let those motherfuckers make you feel insecure. That was kind of good. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video, inshallah. Have an amazing week.